I gotta eat right. You could be my peace sign.
Yo, what up, people? Welcome to the Jo.Mc.Fo show. Forgot to remove the overlay. This is an unusual day for a stream. Some of you guys may know I usually just stream on Sunday nights, but I decided let's do one today as well. And the reason why is you guys are calling it in the comments. It is my birthday. I am 20 something years old today. So happy birthday from Amaris, from Annette. Thank you, Caitlin. Maria, thank you so much. I appreciate you all for coming on. Oh wait, let me get the music playing. Hold on a second. I don't like quiet. Okay. Is that too loud? Let me know if that's too loud. Just finished 54 episodes. I haven't slept in 2 days watching nonstop Princess Way Young. I'll go to bed around 10 times. Oh my gosh. Why have you been up for 2 days? And what show has that many episodes? That's crazy. What an opening. That was cool. Yes, that is one of the cool things about this stream. That's the first time I've debuted that, so you guys can all see. That's the new intro for the Jo.Mc.Fo show. We got a new logo for the Jo.Mc.Fo show, got a new intro, and we also have a new Shadowboxers logo that I might show you guys later on. It's very similar to the old one, but yeah. Maybe 10:30. Brazen Spirituality says, "Hey Jordy, happy birthday." Only my mom calls me Jordy. That's funny. Thank you so much. Neptali says, "Happy birthday." I appreciate you all for coming on. Let's see. So today, I think we're just gonna have a chill drawing day. I was just doing some simple exercise before, and I was debating what it was I was going to draw, and I think about it, and I'm like, you know what? I want to just be very self-indulgent today. I want to do action poses. I know I do that every once in a while. I've done that plenty of times in these streams, but I just recently pulled out this book here. Oh, wait, let me pull this out. It is Masters of Anatomy book, and there are literally hundreds of poses that I can take from, and I think I want to put my characters into some of these poses. So let's see what we got here. So let me pull out the screen. So how have you all been today? How's everyone's Wednesday? Usually it's the end of the week that we're having these types of conversations, but yeah, this is hump day for most people, right? That's what the camel said in that one commercial. He's like, hump day, yeah, and I love that commercial. So let's see. So this is Ishnu. I drew this quick pose. The way I usually start off, for those of you who are brand new to the channel, I usually draw the nude figure first, and then I'll put clothes on top because it's easier to tell what the clothes are going to be doing. And because his drapery is very loose, plus I was following this book, it's much easier that way. So let's pick this out here. And I'll start off with Ishnu, then I'll move on to someone else. These are going to be quick sketches. I don't think I'm going to do like any clean line work on these tonight because I don't know. I feel like being in a gesture mood. You know, sometimes you want to just do gesture drawing, and I think that's totally fine. Let's see here. So Mars says, Netflix, it's a Chinese drama, if I'm not mistaken. Took a break from Magical Girls. Ah, okay, gotcha. And me, haha, I'm easily old enough to be your mom's older sister. Oh man, yeah, I guess we gotta add you to the list of people who call me Jordy, I guess. Was researching Han Fu movement and then got invested in the storyline. Han Fu, I heard of Han Fu. I'm trying to figure that out. Kathy's here. Hey, oh, okay. So Kathy's here. I guess this is a good time to show you the new Shadowboxers logo. So, because I didn't want to show it because she's the one who brilliantly redesigned it. Kathy's a graphic designer, and she's absolutely amazing. She also redid the Jo.Mc.Fo show logo. Let me see. Let me pull it up. Give me 1 second. I have it right here, I think. Bam, there is the new logo. It's a little sharper. I think it's so much easier to read. Before the words were like, it was like shadow was really small, and then boxers was super big. So I think this is a nice new look. So thank you again, Kathy. And yeah, we got hype over here. Yes, everyone get hype because Shadowboxers is going to be in a lot of cool things this year. That's my plan. That is my hope for this year. Amanda says, hey, epic opening though. Thank you so much. Neftali says, doing well, starting my second day of classes on a good note. Oh, that's awesome. Glad classes are going well for you. I actually am supposed to be starting classes soon too. Not as a student, praise the Lord. I'm teaching some classes. I'm doing a character design class, which I was hoping I would get. It's one I'm super excited about, as you can obviously tell. But basically, the class is learning how to draw in different styles. So we'll be looking at people like Sean Galloway, probably, or wherever the list is on the syllabus. I haven't seen the syllabus yet, but I did take the class a couple of years ago. So I'm really looking forward to that. But like Sean Galloway, maybe Phil Barassa, Craig McCracken, he did Powerpuff Girls, and Gendy Tartakovsky, who did Dexter's Laboratory, and I think he did Foster's Home, or was that Craig McCracken as well? I always get one of those shows mixed up. I think maybe he did do that. I know he did Primal, but anyway, yeah, I'm excited. Either way. So yeah. So I drew Ishnu here. He's got quite a fun hairstyle. I'm trying to remember where I took this from. I think it was from the movie Barbershop. If you guys know that movie with Ice Cube and Cedric the Entertainer. Cedric's character has a big old part in his afro, and I think it's just amazing. Let me see if I can show you a picture for you guys. I forget his name, though, in the movie. Barbershop. And this is one of the things I love about doing character designs. You can find references from just about anywhere. But yeah, I guess he's eating some grapes. But yeah, that big old part in the hair, that is directly what inspired this look for Ishnu. So, whoa. That's not what I was anticipating. What? Come on. Let's go back. Yeah. Let's see. Chinese historical clothing was trying to capture on the W movement and fabric when watching it, but the storyline pulled me in. Okay. Good. That's awesome that storyline pulled you in. That's dope. Howdy, Kathy. I have a cat. Looks like yours, a Russian blue. So we got a fan of Yasha. Oh, wait. Sorry. Maybe you didn't want me to tell the name of your cat. Sorry if that's the case. Hanfu is Chinese clothing from history. Okay. Hi, Kathy. Come teach that at Pod in person. You're very far away. I would love to come teach in person, but y'all got to figure out how to make it not be in Rhode Island. But I would love to do that. That would be so much fun. Let's see. So another thing about Ishnu that I really like that's fun is just these giant remains of gauges in his ear. I think when I did this, I was working next to my friend who has big old gauges, and I was like, I've never seen that on a character. And I thought it would just be a fun little addition. Something else about this character that I like, at least for myself, is this big old zigzag in his hair. The reason I did that is because this character is a healer by trade, doctor, and I was trying to find a way to create that motif without saying doctor, putting him in a lab coat. And what I thought about was heart monitors, right? Plus he's associated with the color green. And I was like, and I noticed the heart monitors, they always look like this. And so I put that in his design right here. And then in his cloak, you see the pattern over here. And then even the staff he has, it's got that pattern as well. So that's something called shape motifs. Super important in character design. And if you can get away with it and you can do it well, I recommend it every single time, because it sort of creates a way for your characters to have some sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Not believability, but consistency, right? You don't want your characters to just have a bunch of random stuff on them, especially for someone like me who used to do that and got called out for it many times, more than I would care to remind myself of at the moment. I am very sensitive to that. and so I'll talk to my students and I'll be like, so why'd you put this on them? And they go like, I thought it looked cool. And that is the ultimate red flag. So any of you guys who are watching currently or in the future, and you are trying to do character design or any type of design for that matter, do not, and I repeat, do not say, I did this just because it looked cool. That will get you in trouble with anyone who is worth their salt in this field. So, of course, you want your characters to look cool, but that can't be the reason you do everything. I gotta find out the names of these little, I don't even know what these are called, these ankle bracelet things. And of course, Ishnu wears no shoes. Ishnu is kind of one of those guys who likes to do like really naturey stuff. Like he likes to put his feet in dirt and soil and stuff and absorb all the nutrients. He's into earthing and things like that. And yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with him if he has to go into a very dressy environment, if I'll give him shoes or not. Or maybe he's just so cool that he doesn't even, like, he just passes the vibe check, you know? Maybe he's one of those guys. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I think I made his shoulder a little too thin. So let's expand him out a little bit, push him out further. Yeah, there we go. Let me check the comments. Brazen, that's awesome. I love silver blue cats. You can tell everyone about Yasha. Okay, Yasha is Kathy's cat who, I don't know how old Yasha is, but he says hi to me sometimes in videos. He's a cool design. He looks so grumpy. Yeah, he's a little grumpy. He's kind of like an old man who's stuck watching these kids, these rambunctious kids. But I think he's probably one of my favorite characters in this world. Actually, this design for him was really, really fast. He just popped in my head immediately, and I remember exactly when I did this. It was for an assignment when I was in school, and I had to do 50 thumbnail sketches of this character, and I procrastinated like a lot. And I had to do all 50 thumbnails the morning of my class. Didn't start to maybe 2 o'clock, I think. And so I got up, starting at 9:30 or something, 9:30, 10, and I just did a bunch of drawings. I had all my reference and went on Pinterest and just Googled like a madman, drew like a madman for hours. And then one of the designs got approved, and I did like a slightly tighter version of it. And that one was really close. Matter of fact, let me see if I can let me show you the process for them. I know I've shown it before, but some of you guys may not have seen it or may want to see it again. I don't know. I like looking through my old stuff. Yeah, so these are all 50 of the sketches. Let me take off this comment. These are all 50 sketches. So what I did when I was creating him was I tried to find as many possible solutions as I could, because when you're working in a studio, when you're working on a project, you don't want to do the director's job. You don't want to give them so few options that they have no room to pick. And 50 might even be overkill in a project. I don't know, it just depends. But I did 50, and then what I did was I circled the ones that I liked. I said, I like the top of this one. Like there's actually still a lot of Ishnu in this. He's got the big hair and he's got the staff. And then, let me back out. And then at one point I was thinking maybe he's standing on logs, and then maybe he's got this cool hat. Maybe he's wearing a hat on his shoulder, which some African cultures have. And I was just playing around with things. And then, not this one. Is this one? Yeah, so based on that, I did this. And then that moved from that to this right here. And then I had to do the turnaround. And this also took about 5 hours to do. So in total, Ishnu took about 15 hours or 2 work days to finish. So I'm actually pretty proud of that, because he's a very complex looking character. But sometimes you just get an idea that works for you. You know what I mean? Sometimes it just happens. Did I freeze, or did Jo.Mc.Fo? I hope I didn't freeze. Did I freeze? I never freeze. Anyway, happy birthday, says Farmer Fox. Thank you so much. I always do research to see what symbols my characters will have. Yes, symbols are really, really good to have, or at least taking a piece of a symbol. Maybe it's not the whole thing. Like maybe it's something like this. I don't know. Maybe it's something like that, but you can take a portion of that and turn it into something and do motifs in a lot of different locations. So yeah, it just becomes a lot of fun when you can do that, and when people respond to the character. And it's always really gratifying to me when people kind of understand who Ishnu, or any of my characters for that matter, are, without me having to say anything. Like actually, a couple of weeks ago, maybe a couple of months ago at this point, I was at my church, and this 10-year-old wanted to see my artwork, and I showed him these characters, and he started guessing exactly who they were, like to the T. He was really good. I was like, bro, like you, was you in my head or something? What's going on? You hack my documents? But you know, I think it got me excited because it made me think, wow, like this design is really strong. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but you know, it's really great when people understand what it is that you're going for. So yeah, that made me feel good and warm and fuzzy inside. That was nice. Okay, so let's get staff here. So he's got this here, boom. All right, then he's got these little things on the staff itself, little rock bead things. I gotta be honest, I'm not exactly sure what these are. Maybe some sort of rock or elderberry or something. I don't know. If anyone has suggestions, let me know. I think it should be some sort of plant that he uses to heal people. But I haven't fully decided. I'm fully decided. All right, let's see. Okay, let's pull out this a little bit more. Like that. Something about his face isn't right to me yet. I think I made his nose too long, potentially. Maybe his whole face needs to shrink a bit. Or at least come down. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit better. And then maybe shorten up this space here. That's one thing that's you gotta be careful with when it comes to character design. There's a such thing as drawing on model. And basically what that means is based on the character design sheet or the reference that someone else gives you. In my situation, it's only me. I think I'm probably the only person in the history of the world to draw this character. So I get to make up my own rules. But it also means I have to follow my own rules. And that's part of the challenge of what I do. Let's see. Good, I would rather me glitch than him. Happy birthday, Jordan. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate you, buddy. How long has it been between this drawing and the reference photo you are using? Wait, what? I don't know what that means. Can you re-ask that question in a way that I can understand? I'm sorry. How does it feel to be so close to 30? All right. I'm gonna be real with you, Amanda. You didn't need to put that many O's in that word right there. Okay? You ain't have to put that kind of pressure on me. But to answer your question, I actually feel good. I am pretty happy with the things I've done before 30. So yeah. Jordan, that happened to me too when I shared your designs. My friends really understood them right away. Yes, I love it. I love when I hear stuff like that, and it makes me really happy. Also, why are there so few likes? Support the birthday boy. Yes. Thank you for reminding me, my friend Kathy. Please like the video, comment. It all helps the algorithm. Even if you don't have something super nice to say, even the negative comments help boost the channel. So, which is so ironic that so many people are just like trolling and stuff, right? I'm sure that none of you who are watching live are trolling or would have the desire to troll me on my channel, but every little bit helps, you know what I mean? I am past the 30 marker. Oh, okay. Well, here's the thing, like, I am kind of looking forward to being 30. Like, you know, maybe because it's the next landmark for me. I'm only a few years away, but I think about it, and a lot of people I think tend to be afraid of turning 30 because they feel like their life is over at that point. And for me, that's when life is just kind of getting started. Like I set up a certain foundation in my life. I do certain things. I have certain habits, and of course I'm going to grow, but I'm, as far as I can tell, not near the end of my experience on this planet. So I think I got ways to go. And so much more I want to do, like turn Shadowboxers into an incredibly popular animated television show, and webcomic. And if anyone's out there listening, I would love to turn this into a video game somehow. I don't have first off, I do not have the resources to make this into a video game, so don't stress me out about that. But that is something I would love to do. I would think it'd be like a cool like MMO, like multiplayer online game, whatever that stands for. And you guys can like make your own characters, and you guys can explore the world that I'm building and stuff. I think that would be fun. Let's see. So, all right, here is Ishnu. Might be a little tall, so let's just shrink him. Let's shrink him a little bit. Yeah, Ishnu is not the tallest individual. I would say he's probably like 5'6". No, wait, no. Javen's 5'8". You're talking about tall. Nah, my boy is like 5'3". 5'3", 5'4". I wrote it somewhere, but his hair is what's making him really tall. So yeah. Jordan making me feel old, and I'm only 32. What did I say? What did I say that makes you feel old? I said I didn't say anything wrong about being 30. I'm very excited to turn 30 this year. See, thank you, Caitlin. Thank you for standing up for everybody, because apparently I was getting outnumbered. Started world building for Royal Magic Academy. So story done. Just need to world build and character design. Oh, that's a fun stage. So for me, actually, the longest part about Shadowboxers, I'm moving to a new character. Actually, here's my list of characters right now. Some of you guys have seen them. Most of you guys have. Who should we draw next in an action pose? You guys see their names. Just comment it below, and I'll go with whoever has the most in a minute or so. The thing with Shadowboxers is the world building is what has taken me so long. I have this document, and it's 150 pages now of just world building. It talks about the characters, the plot, the world they live in, their technology, their abilities, the history, the mythos. There's also rules of things I will not be including in the world of the story for, some personal reasons. But it's massive, and it's taken me literally years to develop. And don't worry, before you guys ask, I do have backups. Don't worry. But it's massive, so I understand. Let's see. What reason is there them being a jerk with nothing else to do? I don't think I understand the question. Yeah, I don't understand the question. I'm sorry. Amanda says 30 is the best. My 30s so far have been so much better than my 20s. Feels like I'm finally getting my life together and figuring out who I am with no F's to give for others' expectations. I'm starting to get to that place a little bit as well, where before, maybe like a few years ago, I was so concerned with what everyone thought. And then I was like, you know what? Forget your opinion. I don't care. Like, I'm going to do what I want to do. And so that's not always healthy, but I think when it comes to creative stuff, you got to be able to take those punches sometimes. The question I asked earlier, when did you make the turnaround reference? So when I did the turnaround for Ishnu, I did that within the same week. So I finalized his design in a 3/4 pose, and then I figured out, okay, this is the front view, this is the back view, and this is the side view. Admittedly, front, back, and side view are the easiest to do, because front and back, I literally just use the symmetry tool and I can mirror it. And with the exception of like his hair and this cloak is asymmetrical, and there's a couple things like that, but his body frame, I only had to draw one side and it worked. The side views are actually just really easy to draw in general, so that wasn't an issue. This character reminds me of an over dramatized Will Ferrell's character in Semi-Pro. I've never seen that movie, so I'm sorry, I don't know the reference. I apologize. Jordan is ageist. Haha, JK. Okay, so we got a comment for Ghazali. Okay, we can draw Ghazali. And then Kayla. Okay, we can draw Ghazali and Kayla. Did you design the logo for Shadowboxers yourself? No, I did not. My friend Kathy, who is somewhere on the stream. So let's say hello, Kathy. And by the way, share your portfolio or your Instagram or something. No, but Kathy designed the logo. So I'll show it one more time. Where is it? the files are still new, so I'm still getting used to where they are. So this is the new logo right here, and the old one is this it? There it is. There's the old one. So it's still very similar, but there's a couple things that were changed to make it a little easier to read. I meant in terms of trolls, they shouldn't comment if they're going to be like that. I agree, but it does boost the algorithm for my channel, so I can't be too mad. All right, so let's draw Ghazali. I have not drawn Ghazali on the stream, I don't think, so this is going to be interesting. So let me find a good reference for him. Ooh. You know what? I actually don't even think I have to go far. This page has actually got a good one. All right, let's try it. The Wicked Ghazali. I'm not gonna say why he's wicked, just know that he's a wicked guy. Spoilers, you know? Okay, so we got it. Here, let me zoom out. I have a hard time staying zoomed out sometimes when I stream, or just when I'm drawing in general. I know I'm supposed to do it more often because it helps you from getting stuck. And it helps you draw. It just helps you draw faster. There's so many benefits to drawing bigger than smaller. But yeah, so I'm just getting this gesture down real quick. I'm gonna change a couple things, like his shoulders. I don't think his shoulders are that big, but this is a necessary part of the process sometimes. I'm not kidding. This book, this Masters of Anatomy book, is probably one of the best investments I ever made. If you guys want to be character designers and you don't do figure drawing, you might want to rethink either one of those positions. It's indispensable to know human anatomy when you're talking about characters, especially if you're doing something more complex. And even if I was doing something simple, like if I was doing this in the style of like a Bob's Burger or something, I would still think figure drawing is essential. Okay, so that's the basic pose. Let's clean this up just a little bit in terms of silhouettes. I think I was a little too loose, but let's get his glow. Get his face here. Matter of fact, it's just really uncomfortable to have this thing in my lap and draw. So let me see if I can set it up. Oh, perfect. Yes, much better. As long as the book doesn't fall down, I'll be all right. Let's see. What year did you make? Oh wait, did I see that already? Oh, what year did you make the turnaround reference? That is specifically what I meant to ask. I'm terrible with asking questions. It seems that your style has evolved a tad bit. Oh, okay. Sorry for misreading your question so many times. I did that in 2020. So yeah, my style has changed quite a bit. Well, not a lot, but I think I've tried to refine things a little bit more, and my design vocabulary has shifted. I don't know if, and actually some of the designs of the characters have even changed slightly. Like I just redid Aletha and Atana, and I think actually it's way easier to draw them now because they had so much going on before that I actually made it kind of a nightmare to draw them. To like, if I'm going to be doing this project and having so much happen in this world, and I don't want to have to not like drawing these characters, you know what I mean? And sometimes when you're first designing it, you have no idea what it's going to turn into. You have no idea how it's going to, the impression it's going to have on you when you're drawing it, and like full-on poses versus when you're actually just doing the design. So yeah, that's why I had to go back and redo some things. But yeah, most of the character designs you see are from like 2020, I would say, or 2019. Okay, so we got Ghazali's got his very pointed frohawk, whatever. And he's got his tats on his face. I couldn't do that personally. Would anyone here get a tattoo on their face? I'm just curious. No judgment, but I am curious because if someone has that or someone knows someone who has that, I'm curious. Like, does the pain just not bother you at all? I genuinely don't know. Um, Need to make a new portfolio. LOSB definitely going on there. Yes. Let me find out. Shadowbox has got you some extra jobs. Ghazali equals wicked. Got it. Wicked. Awesome. Yeah. If wicked equals bad and bad equals good. Which anatomy book? Okay, so this is called Masters of Anatomy. This I got through a Kickstarter, I believe, but it's really cool. It starts off with a bunch of character designers, and they show how to draw on their different styles. Actually, my professor is in this book. Let me see. Here we go. Yeah, so this page right here, Michael Buffington, he taught me just about everything I know about art, and he's in the book. But the rest of it, outside of that, is just action poses, and it's literally like 700 pages worth of stuff like that. And so this is super indispensable for someone who's doing an action comic or is trying to do action poses for his characters. So good question. What if I get around figure drawing by making all my characters kitchen utensils? That is a solution. I don't know what kind of solution, I guess, but it is a solution. If you want to do that. Hold on, my book just fell over. Okay, now my sharpener fell over. Hold on a second. Hold on. Not trying to destroy things. Okay, I think that'll work. My attempt to Google that came up empty. The Masters of Anatomy. They might be out of print because I got this as a Kickstarter. So yeah, you may have to search. I know they have it on Facebook. I know there's a group on Facebook where they update pretty regularly. But yeah, or like I said, Kickstarter. Obviously, they probably won't be printing the same book for a while, but they have a lot of different stuff, and I think they might even sell PDFs. So yeah, Masters of Anatomy, character design, or action poses book, something like that could help. Okay. Let's see. I think I'm making Ghazali a little buff here. I'm trying to make him more like a ectomorph, though. Let's make him a little skinnier. All right, and then the legs. Okay, yeah, that body feels way better already. I think this is also super important for when you're not only drawing characters with like form-fitting clothes, but baddie clothes especially, because everything is really a mystery at that point. So yeah, you want to be cognizant of how you are treating your figures whenever you're working on something like this. Okay, and this one, here's the center line. So the center line's here. Going back. Okay, and then this leg is foreshortened. So we're seeing this is the gastrocnemius, these points here, or your calf muscle. And then we have this foot. Let's say it's doing that. This foot here is going to come out. Bam. Okay. Yes. Modern problems require modern solutions, says the great philosopher Dave Chappelle. Precisely. At least that's who I'm pretty sure he said that. No face tat, no tat in general. I'm afraid I'll be allergic. I never even thought about being allergic to tattoos. That's got to be rough. Manette trying to make the VeggieTales with utensils. Yeah, VeggieTales with utensils actually be kind of cool. I like that. Just make copies for us, Jordan, for the book. I would love to. I ain't scanning those 700 pages for y'all, though. I'm sorry. Oh, man, I never saw VeggieTales as a kid, so when I so when kids I used to work with would watch it, I just couldn't stop asking questions like the tomato wears pants but doesn't have legs. They all levitate. Those are good questions. Those are genuine questions about VeggieTales that I never really thought about because I was so used to them. Sometimes it's just better to not ask these types of questions, because you're just gonna get confused. Like I looking back probably have a lot of questions about Barney, for example. Like, do the kids think he's a legit like terrifying dinosaur, or do they recognize he's kind of teddy bear like, and that his mouth doesn't, like, does it not creep them out that his mouth doesn't move when he speaks, like a ventriloquist or something? Like, it's an odd thing, you know. You know what show I used to love as a kid? It's called Out of the Box. And the trailer, or not the trailer, the opening scene is what got me so much, because they basically took all these like cardboard boxes and thing like play gear and stuff like that, and they go inside it and they build up like a whole like jungle gym essentially in the backyard, and then it turned into this magnificent stage, and it was like a 800 square foot apartment in there, and it had like puppets and it had lights and games. I was like, how the heck do you do that? I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And then I learned later that I couldn't replicate it, and that was a disappointing day. Sometimes these shows ruin childhoods when you realize like something about this doesn't make sense. Something about it, yo. Anyone else remember those shows? Out of the Box? Anyone else know that? Haha, yes, my cousins were obsessed. I never understood VeggieTales. Ask Selena Gomez about Barney. She was on that show. Fun fact. Oh yeah, I think I did see that clip of her on there. She's like 6 years old or something. It's kind of funny how these stars begin. Like, I was just reminded the other day that Justin Bieber started out by posting a video on YouTube, and Usher discovered him. Like, just wow. And he's like a 14-year-old. Matter of fact, I went to school with the dude who actually produced for Justin Bieber's like early songs, like when he was doing like Baby and stuff like that, like in 2010, 2011. And they're like, oh yeah, this kid Julian, he's like doing his music. And for a minute I didn't believe him, and then I saw all these pictures together with them on Instagram, and like I would see things in the credits and the songs, and it's like produced by a student's name, and I was like, what? That's insane. So yeah, I went to school with kids like that. Caitlin says, I loved Out of the Box. See, you were exposed to quality television, and it shows. All right, so let me thin Ghazali up a little bit. He's a little buff. Never drawn him in this pose, so I'm trying to kind of figure him out a bit. Let's see here. Okay, I'm not totally convinced by this leg just yet. Okay, I think that's working. Let's give him a thumb. Thumbs are important. Trying to think of how I can make this more dynamic. I think let's push that a little bit further. Maybe, whoa, so that's still selected. And then his head, I think his head's slightly too big, so let's change that up a bit. Let me think of how his motion lines are going. Let me see. There's a way that Ri and Q would draw bodies with like this basic shape, and you plaster it on to anybody and it would just look cool. So let me see, I might adjust it this way. Flip horizontal. Okay, so let's try So I think I've said before in a couple streams, but one of the key things about art is trial and error. That's what it is. I don't know if it looks like I draw quickly on these streams. Some people say that I do, especially when I'm on Art Prof. Some people say that I draw quickly. I don't really notice it or think about it because to me everything feels super slow. But yeah, it's I want these drawings to feel like they're quick and loose and fluid. You know, I think it's really important. This is starting to feel better. Oops, not the eraser. Okay, I'll draw his beard in later. A girl I used to go to school with won new artist of the year at the CMAs and now is on Yellowstone. The town I live in has less than 300 people. Oh my gosh, 300 people? That's crazy. That's like one of those small towns you see on TV shows that have like crazy murder mysteries that happen all the time. My favorite show growing up was Danny Phantom, although when it came to line in the OP, if the plasma damaged his DNA. I watched Danny Phantom like sparingly. Like I didn't like follow the whole thing. So I'm not sure like what the plasma did to him. But I do remember it being a dope show, and I remember the theme song was really cool. Tally, you must be a youngin', haha. I'm a kid at heart, truthfully. When that first year of college, I had a psych professor who told us he went to that same school and told us his college roommate went on to work at Pixar. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, you never know where people are going to be in a couple years. I have, remember one time I was on Instagram, one of my classmates was on stage winning an Oscar. And she was one of the theater kids too. So, oh shoot, wrong layer. Yeah, so yeah, glad it worked out for her. But yeah, it's not a common thing. I had another friend who was on a TV show doing stuff, and it's just bizarre to see where people end up. And I wish everybody luck, you know. Although there are some people, I gotta admit, it's gonna sound harsh. There are some people who I think need to take advice from the people around them. Like I know one guy, I can say his name, but he's been trying to do music for a long time. He's specifically been trying to rap, and he produces and writes his own stuff. But I kid you not, it is some of the most horrendous stuff that I've ever listened to. Again, I'm not gonna say his name for the sake of kindness, but like he doesn't flow on beat. The beats don't even sound like, you know, quality. They sound really harsh, and people will comment on his stuff and say, dude, you got to give it up. And I've never commented on anything, but I do think that there's a time where you have to admit to yourself, like, okay, I need to either up my game or really reconsider if this is working for me, which I know is a scary thing. And I choose the route of proving everybody wrong, you know? But yeah, I think that's something that's not often talked about enough. Like, I want to encourage everybody as much as possible, but then there are some times where it's like, okay, don't quit the day job just yet. It might need a couple more years. I don't even know why I went on that tangent. Probably not the most kind thing I could say. It was University of Edinburgh in Pennsylvania. I don't know if it still is, but I guess at the time it was known for an animation program. Never heard of that school before. Was it an art school? Was it a full-on art school? I don't know. Well, technically the town I live in isn't a town. It's technically a village. People do mysteriously disappear. Ooh. You know, speaking of disappear, I did not watch the show. I'm going to just say that up front. But I did watch a episode reaction to the new show Velma on HBO Max. I'm curious if anyone here has seen it, what their thoughts are. It is very strange to me. I can't tell who the audience was for this. And I didn't watch the episode, but I am very curious to know like what the creators were thinking. First off, there's no Scooby-Doo in it. It's a Scooby-Doo franchise, but Scooby-Doo doesn't exist. Like all the other characters do. Fred, Daphne, Velma, and Shaggy. Although Shaggy's not a stoner like he used to be, but you know. Yeah, it's an interesting take. That's all I can say. But I'm curious if any of you have seen it, what you guys think. And as you guys are answering that question, I will say this. So this is exactly why I draw the body first, because now I can really determine where to put the cloth. Like if I want it to be form fitting, I could say, okay, I know where his shoulders are, so I will just follow that direction. If I want it to, like the sleeve here is cut off, I want to kind of show that I can draw around that shape. It's got this little waistband belt thing. And then his shawl is up here. I'll probably make that a little smaller. Then he's got pants tucked into his Timberlands. I specifically gave him Timbs. Like I was like, if I'm going to give this dude boots, it's got to be Timbs. Like there was no other question about it. It wasn't an art school. I just know when I was there, a bunch of students chose it for the animation program. I don't know if maybe it's easier for some people to attend than a full art school. I'm not sure. That's possibly it. I mean, art school is expensive, y'all. I did a video. I think it's the 5 pros and cons of art school. And one of the things I talk about is how expensive it can be. And at one point, I think RISD was more expensive than Harvard, you know, and in my opinion, that shouldn't be the case. And I actually think some of these schools, even though I work at a school, are going to be a lot of trouble because there's lots of resources online for people. And I go on Instagram now and I see like 15, 16, 17-year-old artists who are bananas. And it is just incredible. You know, like they almost don't even know why they're doing the things that they're doing, but they're just really incredible artists. And so, and they grew up in the age of YouTube. They just YouTube this stuff. And, you know, I think I grew up, or I was a teenager in the very beginning stages of that, right? So there weren't a lot of tutorials that were out when I was applying to art school. There was like 3 channels. Proco, I don't think existed yet, or Rostran definitely didn't exist. Ethan Becker, those guys that everyone learns from now. And I think they actually have a serious advantage because of that. It's a very, very real advantage. And I'm happy for them. You know? Okay, so he's got this here. So this arm is going back in space. Wait. Yeah, there we go. Follow the forms, Jordan. Follow the forms. It's like smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. All right, okay. Let me save this before I have an issue. Hey, Jordan. Happy birthday, bro. Be blessed, my friend. Thank you, Brianna. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for that. I won't watch it if Scooby-Doo's not in it. What's the point? He holds the gang together. That is 100% true, and I agree 100%. It is not a show worth watching based on what I saw. It's just weird. Like, one of the things that... So, in the first scene is a locker room shower scene with, you know, all these different girls, and they're all supposed to be high schoolers. I'm like, what is the... Like, why? They're like 15. Like, why is that necessary? Why can't... And they're supposed to be having this big old conversation. Like, why can't they just be in a regular locker room, just putting their shoes on or just sitting and talking, you know? Like, why is that a thing? I have a problem with that. I heard the next episode, Scooby, is actually going to be introduced as a black woman now. That's a rumor. It sounded a bit crass for my taste. Actually, that is not a rumor. That is true. Velma and Shaggy are both black in the new show. Here, let's... And everyone's mean-spirited in the show, too. Everyone's really mean. So this is Velma right here. And I don't have a problem with her being black, but it's just like... I don't know, it felt like a little too pandery to me. Oh, here's Shaggy, who apparently hates drugs, which I find funny. Daphne and Fred pretty much look the same, but no Scooby-Doo. No Scooby. So yeah, it is. And I don't think the gang like got together at all yet, based on what I saw. But yeah, it's just weird. It's just really, really weird. Yes, everyone watch the older videos. Yes, please. I plan to do more recorded videos this year. They're time consuming. That's all. And plus, I was dealing with some stuff earlier this year, and that prevented me from doing it. Anyway, hey there, Jo.Mc.Fo fam. Happy birthday, Jordan. Worked on a little something for you earlier in the day. Should finish up before the stream is done. Oh, it's not. Okay. That's very exciting. Posted somewhere that I can like see it, like comment in the stream when you're done and where you're going to send it to me so we can show people on the stream if you're okay with that. I tried to get into university art school, but they were very expensive and scams. Yeah, they are very expensive, and a lot of them are scams. It depends on the program. So, one of the tips I would give to students or people who are interested in going to art school, first of all, is see if you can afford it. Right? That's number one. You don't want to be like me and go into a lot of debt because you're going to art school, especially if you're not certain about the return on your investment. And I believe in art. I believe in creativity and all that stuff. But there are certain paths that are not the highest paying for what you're putting into it, and you want to make sure you get that return. And I'm not going to say what those are because, that could sound very rude, or I might even be less informed on some things. But I think some of you all know what I'm talking about. And so you want to make sure that wherever you go is a good choice financially. Second, I would say that it is probably in your best interest to look and scour the internet for the alumni and what they are currently doing, what their graduation rate is like, all that stuff. And here's also another tip. I might take back what I said about the graduation rate, because what I noticed, what schools have found out is if you stay past the first year, you're more likely to stay for the rest of your time. And so they kind of finesse that in a lot of ways, and they're able to get more money out of their students by giving you a lackluster first year program, but then promising you all this stuff towards the end. And they say, oh, well, if we can just, if you just survive the hell year or whatever, then that's all you need. And that's how they get you. So you have to be really careful about that. If you have access to current students, definitely talk to them. I'm sure there's plenty on social media that you could find, or LinkedIn or whatever. And then what else would I say? Look at the work of the professors and the teachers too. That I think is key. I think we assume that just because someone's on the faculty listing that they automatically know what they're talking about. And that's not always the case. There's a story my uncle told me about John Singleton. For those of you who do not know, John Singleton is a director. He's no longer alive, but he directed movies like Boys in the Hood and Poetic Justice and a couple other movies. But according to my uncle, at least, there was a story about how his teacher told him that he would never be able to make a film. His film teacher said this. Meanwhile, his film teacher has never made a film in his life because John Singleton was thinking of leaving school or dropping out of school to make Boys in the Hood. And so you have to, and Boys in the Hood became a classic. To this day, it is still one of the benchmarks of film, at least from the 90s, or maybe even when it comes to Black films or African American films in general. So, if you're going to be sitting in a class all day with a teacher who has never succeeded, that could potentially lead you to some poor results as well. I'm not saying don't listen to people, but we all have our own minds and our own mentalities about stuff. So just be very careful about that. I don't want to turn this into a whole art school rant. I have videos on that, but yeah, I definitely want to be careful. But I also will say not every art school is a scam. You just have to do your due diligence. That's like saying community college is a scam. Like, well, some of them are not bad. Some of them just may not have the resources that other schools do. It doesn't make it a bad school. So yeah. All right. So Ghazali's looking kind of fierce right now. I'm liking this. Costume's working for me. So what I'm gonna do, turn these layers down and I'm going to do a slightly cleaner line. I'm not going to be crisp. It's probably going to look something closer to this Javen drawing that I did, but that is the next step. No, Scooby will be a black woman in the show. That's the rumor. Oh, for real? That's bizarre. I thought there wasn't going to be a Scooby at all. Okay, I mean, all right then, I guess. YouTube, when I was a kid, was the Shoes song. Yes, who remembers Shoes? Shiz. Let's get some shiz. Like, who remembers that? Purple Rain, Charlie Bit My Finger, and Candy Mountain and Salad Fingers. Not much education. I remember all of those videos. I think Charlie the Unicorn was my favorite. Charlie, and then there was the Charlie Bit My Finger one. It's like, Charlie, oh, that really hard. I love that video. Jordan, happy birthday. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Christian coming in. Happy birthday, man. Just popped in because I'm still getting stuff organized at the new place. Well, congratulations on moving, and thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. Velma is Indian, Daphne is East Asian. Oh, I didn't realize that. I want Miles Morales and Gwen not turning Peter Parker black into or into a woman. We've got lots of room for original character stories like our beloved shadow boxers. Yes, and Kathy agrees. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, why? This is how I feel. I had no problem with the Scooby-Doo characters being white. Like, it's whatever. And I don't mind necessarily, changing them up into something different. But I have a problem with when it feels like it's pandering too much. And that's what I think that this new Scooby-Doo show, or new Velma show rather, is doing. And so, yeah, with that, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, that's one of the things about Shadow Boxers that I'm excited about, is drawing characters and having characters that come from a different culture. And yes, I mean, technically all the characters are black, but there's also, first off, it's also a fantasy world. So there's no such thing as an American or African American or anything like that, or a black person. Everyone just has different shades of brown. And Kayla, she's the lightest one, but the thing about it is, some of you may or may not know, black people come in all shades, right? Matter of fact, the lightest person in the world is actually African, or at least black. Let me see. Darkness. So I should have said this on last night's stream with Art Prof, but sometimes people get on my case about having only black characters, but I'm like, look at all the variety. Like, these two are both black. This is the lightest person in the world, right? His hair texture is very similar to mine. And so I don't fully understand what the issue is. I don't know. I just create stuff that I think will resonate with people like myself. And clearly you all seem to resonate with it, which I'm very appreciative of, by the way. But yeah, my baby sister who just turned 20 just said, "What's Blue's Clues? My soul left my body." Blue's Clues, isn't Blue's Clues still around though? Like, don't they have a new guy? Like Blue's, I know I spelled Blue's wrong. Blue's Clues. Steve, let's see. Oh no, I guess they're done. Man, they've been gone for a while. To be fair, wasn't really watching Blue's Clues in 2006 anyway, so yeah, but I could have sworn they had like a comeback or a commercial very recently or something. I know Steve came back and did like this video that went viral. He's like, "I'm proud of all of you guys, and I'm sorry I left so abruptly," and it made us all cry. Scooby-Doo actually has so many remakes and reboots that are actually watchable because the major change is usually the animation style, but the premise remained the same. Exactly. That's the key. The characters were who they were. The thing with Velma that I saw was that none of these characters were who they were supposed to be. Like everyone's just so mean-spirited, and I think Velma was like, "I'm never solving another mystery again." I'm like, no, you were like the best one. Like, let's be real. Like, despite the real issue that Velma had throughout the show was that poor thing just couldn't see very well without her glasses, right? That was her biggest weakness. Everything else, the show was carried by her pretty much, and Scooby. But Scooby and Shaggy were doing their own thing. I think they just got lucky all the time because the villains happen to hang around the kitchen, I guess, and they'd always be eating like a hoagie, and something just happens, and they're like, "Oh, he's in the trap now," But yeah, My personal favorite rendition of Scooby-Doo was actually A Pup Named Scooby-Doo from the late 80s. I love the theme song to that. I thought it was a really funny show. I loved how they have Red Herring, who was the kid who Fred always accused of doing something. And because his name is Red Herring, naturally, it was never, that was never the case, right? Let's see. What 20 and doesn't know Blue's Clues? I'm 18. I watch that show all the time. See what I'm saying? I'm curious, AJ. You know what's up. My 17-year-old brother asked the same thing as well 5 minutes later. Yeah, time to break out the VCR and the VHS tapes. That's very dramatic that they asked me that. Man, you still got a VCR. Does it even work with modern TVs? Does it even have the same cords? Is that even possible? Like, I genuinely don't know. Yeah, Blue's Clues is still running with a new guy. There's a movie coming out soon. Okay, well, good for them. Glad they got a successful franchise. Apparently, there's a crossover between Supernatural and Scooby-Doo. Oh, that's going to be wonderful. Maybe it's because I was raised as a 90s kid, but I find raised as a nice guy like that. But I find it wild that kids my age don't know what VHS tapes are. Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird world. We have different moms, same dad. The fact they never seen it broke my soul, apparently. They were only allowed to watch the new with their mom, no cartoons till they were 7. And like, that's crazy that they never seen or heard of it. Yeah, that's pretty wild to me too. I don't think I could. Well, to be fair, by the time I have kids, Blue's Clues will probably be like long gone. What's that show? Okay, so I've been on TikTok. There's this show that all these, especially like black parents, it's a show about like phonics or something like that, and they're like, this is the phonics song. They have like this beat that plays, and the parents just go like they're bumping it. It's kind of funny. I'm curious, like, anyone know what that show is? Anyone know what I'm talking about? That'd be a show I might play for my kid. Like, let's teach you rhythm. Let's teach you how to bob your head on beat. When I was little, like 7, I had a hard time understanding rhythm and beat and stuff like that. And I kid you not, my mom told me later on, she was worried. She's like, oh man, please tell me I don't have a black kid who doesn't know how to stay on rhythm. Like, that's just gonna be embarrassing. And I grew out of it, thankfully. But yeah, that was her concern. I wonder if she remembers that. She'd probably get a kick out of it. Probably be like, yeah, dude, you were off. Don't worry, my mom and I joke around. It's okay. All right, so let's get Ghazali in his frown. Got pretty full lips here as well. All right. Got all the wrinkles in his face because he's mad. He's so mad. What's he mad about, though, is the question. Dun, 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 dun. Let's get his ears. I probably should redraw these ears in the turnaround because they're a little weird looking. But it's okay. One thing I did to make Ghazali look particularly evil is I gave him really small pupils. And I think that helps a lot, actually. I'm also really liking this brush. This is a textured pen brush. I think it's one of the defaults, but it's a great inking brush, but it also has a little bit of texture, which is great because I think like G Pen is really cool and stuff, but sometimes it looks too clean, too crisp. You want something that's a little edgier, you know? So it works. Let's see. Oh, there's a lot of comments on this. I was born in 95 and I got Roly Poly Oly on VHS. I forgot that was a dope show. I liked Roly Poly Oly. I thought it was really cool. I always got sad when it went off. And Big Comfy House, like they have really been sheltered. I don't remember Big Comfy House. That doesn't sound familiar. I remember Bear in the Big Blue House. I remember that. That show messed me up. I didn't know what a red herring was for the longest. I would think of that kid. Yeah, I feel you. Actually, has anyone seen the new, or I guess it's the recent series of Unfortunate Events show on Netflix? Um, there's, I think in the Vile Village episodes, they talk about red herrings a lot, and it's really, really funny. Yeah. Anyone here watch that show? That was probably one of my favorite book series as a kid. Um, I like that. Used to like Harry Potter. I don't really like Harry Potter that much anymore. And then there was another show. It was like Chet Gecko, I think. It was just a gecko who solved mysteries. And then also, okay, let me ask: does anyone here know Encyclopedia Brown? Does anyone know him? Like they're really old stories from like the '60s, maybe even the '50s or something like that. But they're mysteries, and it's basically this kid. His name is well, Leroy Brown, but they call him Encyclopedia. That's a terrible nickname. Can you imagine? Like usually nicknames are to make it easier to remember your name, but they just called this kid Encyclopedia. But anyway, yeah. Scooby and Shaggy usually caught all the villains. Fred and Velma just explained the motives, and Daphne was usually just there. Yeah, I don't know what Daphne was doing. I have to search that show up. A Pup Named Scooby-Doo was the best. Yes, it was. I was always excited to watch A Pup Named Scooby-Doo after I came home from school as a kid. Yes, there were a couple days where I was sick as a kid, and that came on at like noon, and I'd be like, yes, A Pup Named Scooby-Doo. I had no idea how old the show was. Like that was out when like my parents were like entering college, you know. That's Gracie's Corner. I don't know what Gracie's Corner is. I got an old TV as well that I played PS2 on. I'm old. PlayStation 2 was my console. I still have mine. I just haven't played it since the year 2013. Love that console. I bet all my old games still work on it too. I miss Jak and Daxter the most. Jak and Daxter was my series. Actually, for those of anyone here fans of Jak and Daxter at all? Because there's actually a couple elements of that in Shadowboxers, believe it or not. I'm not gonna say which ones, but there's a couple elements. Let's sharpen up that hair. Let's get it to be a little bit more angular. One of these eyebrows is not like the other. This is why you gotta zoom out every once in a while. It's looking pretty good. Okay, let's make a new layer just so I don't mess you up. So after Ghazali, we'll do Kayla, as promised. I will teach my kids to clap on the right beats. Good. I'm glad. Well, first off, you're a musician, so that shouldn't be hard for you at all. But that's gonna be good. Nah, Jordan, we were at church practicing for the Christmas play, and the director said, y'all are black, you're supposed to be on beat and have rhythm, and me and my friend died laughing. I would too. It's an expectation, like, and that's one of those stereotypes. You know, that's probably one of the best stereotypes about black people to have. I was like, we know how to be on beat. You know, I guess every ethnic group has their own stereotypes that are perceived as either positive or negative. I consider that one a pretty positive one. Like, I would like to be known as the one who can, accurately tell when the bass drum is about to pop in, or this beat's gonna come up. That's hilarious though. Meanwhile, Ghazali be like, it's my allergies, man. I have a condition, okay? In reference to his eyes being so tiny. Yep, that's what he would say. He would say something like that probably. Ghazali been mad for a long time. Yes, he has. I didn't have rhythm until I started hanging out with the Hispanics and learned to dance on beat. That way, I took as my while, like from 6th to 8th grade. Nothing wrong with that. As long as you got it by the time you're an adult. By the time you're an adult, you don't have an excuse. Yes, I do remember Encyclopedia Brown. Yes, wasn't that a great show? How about the Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew? I know about Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew. I never read them though. I think my mom was into those though when she was little. Gracie's Corner is the home of the phonics song. Oh, okay, got it. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate that. This is the phonics song. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, it's cool. By the way, quick intermission. If you have not, please like the video, share the video with your friends. We're having a good time out here. And again, it is my birthday. So we actually do have more viewers in here than normal. Not by much, but we're 17. I think this is the highest the streams have been. So we are growing little by little, one viewer at a time. And and I actually like that because by the time, I get as big as the Art Prof channel, it'll feel like it was all worth it. Plus, it'll have a bigger audience for shadow boxers and stuff. Okay, so I just noticed, I think that my comments are coming in very late, so forgive me. I know you guys are putting this in like 4 or 5 minutes ago, but yeah, let me see. I own encyclopedia books. Up until a year ago, I found a spider and a spender and made my 30-year-old brother put self on curve. Sorry, I don't know what that means. Set self on curve? The Bobbsey twins, even older. Never heard the Bobbsey twins. New artist quote: one of these eyebrows is not like the other. Putting that on a mug. Hey, don't steal that idea. Maybe I'll. But that's a good idea. I would buy that mug. That's not a bad idea, actually. I kind of like that. Molly was the clown show where at end of the show, she would say it's time to clean up before bed, and she put everything in the sofa and under it. That sounds like how boys clean their room. I grew up in the late 90s to 2000s. I remember watching The Proud Family, if you remember that show, Jordan. I remember The Proud Family. I will sadly admit I did not watch it that much. So yeah, don't hate me for that. Oh my gosh, look who's here. Happy birthday, old man. You're turning into Ishnu. First of all, I ain't that old. Second of all, even if I was old, I wouldn't feel like I was old because I'm just getting better. And I don't know what you're talking about, man. We're only 2 months apart. You coming right up. Just best believe. You better not be doing a live stream in March. I'm going to get you. And don't forget JoJo Circus. That was my jam, as well as Backyardigans. JoJo Circus, I don't know. Backyardigans was dope. I love Backyardigans, actually. And I was older. I was like 9 years old when that show came out. But I would still watch it with my little cousins and maybe by myself because... So at the time when I had cable, Nick Jr. would be on in the morning block, and then they have the Nickelodeon block in the afternoon, and especially during summers. Like, I'd be getting up, 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. There's nothing to do. So you watch Backyardigans. And I had no siblings or anything, so I was like, all right, whatever. And I had a TV in my room. That's just how it was. I remember the clown. I remember wondering how she did that thing where she showed what time it was by using her legs as the clock hands. I have no idea what you're referring to. In terms of kids' books, I love Magic Treehouse. Magic Treehouse. Do I know that? I don't think I know Magic Treehouse. It sounds like a book I would have loved, though. Jordan will have to include the eyebrow mug in his merch. Should be a special for those who've been here from the beginning. I'll have to give you guys some sort of promo code for sure. Magic Treehouse, says Manette. Guess you remember, I don't. Jordan's first merch item. Yes, that's gonna have to be it. I would also buy it. Really? Oh man. Okay. So, all right. You know what? Hold on a second. Let me write this down because if y'all gonna spend money on it, I'm not gonna just forget. Hold on. I am legit writing this down. Maybe I'll even include the Ghazali sketch. We'll see. Let's see. Y'all remember Dragon Tales though? Dragon Tales, I do remember that. I think that came on too early. So, it came on too late because I would have to leave for school at a certain time. And I remember I would get up early and my mom would have me up at like 6 or something, or 6:30. I brush my teeth, and I don't know what makes kids take so long to get ready. Because now I think about it, I shouldn't have needed more than a couple minutes because I only got like 12 teeth. Like, what is the, what am all my brushing? Maybe it was breakfast that took me so long. I don't know. But I would eat Eggo waffles and I would watch like the tail end of Dragon Tales or maybe the very beginning of it. I can't remember exactly. I do remember Digimon. I remember missing most of Digimon because I love the theme song, but I never knew what the story was about. And it was like Digigun dun 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 dun. I always thought that was really cool. To this day. Let's see. I made my 30-year-old brother put my encyclopedia books on curve with Spender. I found the book Proud Family Guy reboot. LOL, I'll be 28 in May. I'm getting up there in age. Well, Yeah, I mean, gotta hit 28 some point, right, guys? Right? My 28th birthday, if y'all didn't know. If yeah, I know I hide how old I am sometimes. I don't know why I do that though. It's not like I'm afraid of my age. Plus, I think you know what's funny? People always have a hard time telling how old I am. Like when I was 19, people thought I was 24. When I was 25, people thought I was 30, and now it's starting to go backwards. Like people think I'm younger than I am. So I don't even know what to say about all that. People say it's because I act mature for my age, which is really nice. But at the same time, I'm like, dang, I'm 27, 28 years old. I feel like there should be some sort of better representation. I don't know. Digimon was a Pokemon knockoff. I did know that, but I didn't care because the theme song was so fire. Anyone watch Revolutionary Kids? Was on PBS. It was on right around when we got home from school, so sometimes I could only catch half of it or miss it completely, but I loved it when I saw it. I did not see that. Let's see what is Revolutionary Kids. What is that? Is this it? Liberty Kids? Is this it? Yeah, Manette, let me know if this is it. Is this where they like go back in time and they meet all these historical figures and stuff? I might have seen something like this. Anyone remember the Dungeons and Dragons cartoons on Saturdays? Loved it. No, I did not. You're only 28? See, this proves my point right here. So, how old do you think I am, bro? Oh my goodness. That was a good laugh. I have the theme song play in my head for the most part. Sagwa the Chinese Cat. Love that show. My first introduced me to Chinese and other Asian culture. I think the first show that introduced me to Asian culture was Jackie Chan Adventures. Anyone remember Jackie Chan Adventures? I think it was on WB Kids or PBS or something. I used to love that show. And I was a massive Jackie Chan fan. Actually, at that age, I was huge into martial arts. I did Taekwondo as a kid. I only got to purple belt because apparently they were way too expensive, but of course you're not going to burden the kid with all that information, so I didn't know until I was much older. But yeah, I love the Rush Hour series. I was obsessed with Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was the coolest dude on the planet. He's still kind of one of the coolest dudes. No, not even kind of. He's one of the coolest dudes on the planet. Freaking epic. But I used to like rent Bruce Lee movies from Blockbuster. Anyone remember Blockbuster? 17-year-olds, y'all probably don't remember that, huh? But yeah, that was my thing. That was my thing. I love how we're all just going into our childhoods right now. See, fun birthday stream, right? I drew that the other day. Change into digital monsters to change the digital world. You know what this reminds me of? I was watching a seminar one time by this guy named Subo Pandit, and he had a statement, and he said, let me see if I can remember it. He said, there is a lake, means Chargogogog, Chargogogog, Benjanagog, Benog. And it means I fish on my side of the river, you fish on your side of the river, and no one fishes in between. That's a real lake. I think it's in Michigan. But yeah, that's what that reminded me of. Oh yeah, Sagwa. My mom still makes fun of the cat names. Digimon is superior. Sagwa is apple in Korean. I hear Digimon has the better story. I certainly have no idea. Yeah, Liberty Kids had the tower on. They don't go back in time. It's these kids growing up during the Revolutionary War. Okay, gotcha. Time Warp Trio was a trip. I love that show. Never heard of it. Never watched it, so not sure. I love the show Zoom because you have to admit it had cool experiments. I don't know that show. I thought you were 29 or 30. Next year I'll be 29. What about Cyber Chase? I don't know Cyber Chase. I don't know Sagwa. Man? Okay, everyone's been mentioning Sagwa or Sagwa. How do you even say it? This does not look familiar. Sagwa, the Chinese Siamese cat. Why does this look like puppet animation or like? I don't remember this at all. I've never seen this before in my life. Cyber Chase. Okay, let's find out what Cyber Chase is. because I might recognize the look of it or something, or the designs. Oh, I've seen these before. I never watched it, but I've seen them. So, PBS Kids. You know what? I think I know where I've seen this. I was visiting family, and they didn't have cable TV, and they had two of my younger cousins there. They're like 8 and 10 at the time, and I think this is what was on TV. Yeah, I don't really remember. What is this? This is the most unhelpful, like, controller. This thing couldn't even... Is this just supposed to be an antenna? Because it looks like it's supposed to be like one of those, like, joysticks, but if it's a joystick, that would be incredibly unhelpful. Can't really do a whole lot with that. I thought Jordan was like 24. See what I'm saying? It seems to be going backwards. No one can decipher how old I am, but I kind of like that. It's kind of cool. I forgot about Zoom. That was my fave. I see those gray hairs and receding hairline. Wahahaha. I don't know what you're talking about. You're looking at someone else. 24 is a stretch. I'm sorry. Now, I was having a good day, Mark, until you said that, bro. I was having a real good day. My, time flies. Let's not get old like Jo.Mc.Fo. You suck. Get off my stream. No, stay. I need to watch time. Zigwa means watermelon. Dongwa means winter melon. Sagwa means stupid melon or stupid head. Oh my gosh. This is hilarious. Wow, I'm missing so many comments. All right. Bruce Lee was cool AF, and so is Jackie Chan. Yeah, super dope. Jackie Chan Adventures was my show as well as Cyber Chase. Mark of Art, there's some 15 and 16 at my school that looks like Jordan Beard and all, which is why I said 24. You know what? I was the only one in my... let me get back to drawing. I'm getting so invested in the comments, and y'all forget. Y'all came here to watch me draw, not read everybody's comments. One of these days, I'm gonna have some help and have someone click on the comments for me. That's what Clara would do when we were just starting to do like 2-person draw along streams. She would be in the background going through all the comments, and we would just respond to them when they came up. It makes it much easier. I actually don't know how she does it. She's really good at that. Okay, real quick, let me get the tats on my guy. Oh, wrong brush. Let's put this on multiply, actually. Okay. A little fuzzier than I anticipated, but it's okay. I'm not gonna lie. One of the challenges of drawing Ghazali is trying to figure out how his tattoos work, despite the wrinkles in his forehead and his brow. Because I've never really drawn him like not frowning. Okay, let me ask you guys this: is it just me, or is it really cool when you see like a hero frowning and just have that serious, determined face, like, you know, like, I will save the day, you know? Like, I think that's pretty awesome, personally, when they look like that. All right, so we've got this deep purple tattoo. It's a little thick, so we can shave off some of it. So, real quick about character design, I'm sure you guys know, some of you may know this, but when it comes to drawing characters that are dangerous, triangles are usually the best place to go, because we psychologically read triangles as, you know, scary or intimidating. You think about knives, you think about, you know, sharp objects and rocks, broken glass, whatever. And so what I did with Ghazali, you could see there's so many triangles in his design. Like, I gave him really angular brows, his nose at this type of point, the point in his beard here, the point in top of his hair, tattoos. I just kind of maxed out on all that. So if you're trying to draw a villain character, see if you can find ways where you can incorporate that type of element. I think that's it. Not too long. He's got a thumb. Thumbs are important, guys. Don't leave home without a thumb if you can help it. Yes. Okay. That's not right. Hey, what am I doing? Okay, and then it's just his pants that are left. Yeah, we should probably give him pants and legs while we're at it. Legs are also important for a number of reasons. However, that does not mean that every character you draw has to have legs. That can be a luxury only some characters have if you want. You know who has the funniest legs in any character design, though? You guys heard me say I like Jack and Daxter in the game series. Well, there's one character in particular that has the best legs in all of game history, or character design history. This is Crew. He is basically a mob boss. He's clearly a little heavy, but look at his little legs. I always love that. They're just so chiseled. Like you could see his bones popping out and everything. But yeah, these are the best legs I've ever seen on any character design ever. And he was a fantastic character. The voice actor was really fun too. Let's see, how many comments I missed? Oh, I missed so many comments. Jordan got that fancy cable money. We had to revert to the public channels. Nah, I only had cable for a little bit. I grew up without cable for a long time too. I said I'm sorry, Jordan. Joe's my younger than my youngest grown kid. He's just remarkably fun, talented young man, in my honest opinion. Let's see. I got my first gray hair the other day. My student's making me old. Jo.Mc.Fo, I won't tell your secret. Don't worry. You just did in front of so many people. And the stream, as far as I can tell, will be up forever. So you just told the whole world. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, friend. After I took you to Hard House. What's wrong with you? I started getting gray hairs around 25 or 26. Decided to just own it and see what happens. Only time I dye my hair is for fun. So when I do, it's usually bright. Obviously not natural colors. I have not found a gray hair yet. And quite honestly, I don't know if gray hair would be the worst thing in the world. One thing I am excited about, my grandpa, he died when he was 85, 86 years old. He had a full head of hair. So I'm hoping, and my dad's hairline only receded like a little bit, but as far as I know, you get the hair genes from the mom's side. So I'm looking forward to having a full head of hair. Did anyone watch Clifford the Big Red Dog? Of course, yes, I watched that show. Me, I did too. Because I looks intense with that smirk. He's very intense. He's very wicked. I finally got enough gray to be noticeable at 57. My younger sister was growing gray in high school. I loved it. I have a cousin who we counted like 60-something gray hairs when he was like 12. And I don't remember what his reaction was. I can't remember if he was like excited or just like, oh my gosh, that's horrible. Let's see, I'm gonna skip some of these comments. He looks like a Jabba the Hutt knockoff. Wait, who does? I don't know who that is. Jo.Mc.Fo. Okay, I'm so lost right now. I'm a mean big sister. I realized I spent 90% of my life with my twin playing the switcheroo game on people with my twin. That's jacked up. I would have done that though. I remember, maybe I shouldn't say it. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it. Love that show. Oh, I guess that's referring to Jo.Mc.Fo. Also just realized Jordan is younger than all my siblings besides one. She just turned 27 and I'm 18. So yeah, I guess so. Brian likes to say, my hair can turn gray all at once as long as it stays put. That's awesome. Jordan gonna get a gray stripe in his head like his character. That would be sick. Oh my gosh, can you imagine if I had just one stripe of hair like that? That would be so cool. I would rather enjoy that. I think I'd probably show that off. Like, look what I can do. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. All right. Let's go back to these Timberlands. Ghazali is clearly from New York, except the Shadowboxers version, which technically it doesn't. New York doesn't exist in Shadowboxers. But his shoe game is on point, though. I would rock these shoes. I would honestly. I'm biased because I designed these characters, but I would honestly wear a lot of the outfits that I designed for these characters. Like, I would totally dress like Javen on any given day. Just the cool glowing hoodie. You got the high top shoes and sweats. I would wear that. You know, maybe I'll. Actually, there was a joke one time that I should cosplay as Javen one day. I just don't want to grow my hair out that big. Let's all right, we're just gonna rush these laces because who cares? All right, let's get this leg. It should not have taken me this long to draw this, guys. I apologize, but I've been having fun with y'all, so hopefully y'all don't mind so much. Oh, Sam's leaving. All right, man. Talk to you later, buddy. First time on the stream and enjoying. I'll totally be back. Happy birthday, kid. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Fat guy from Dax you showed us looks like Jabba the Hutt. Oh, that's funny. He probably had some inspiration from Jabba the Hutt, too. Jordan with a skunk stripe is something the world needs. A skunk stripe. Where would it go? Would it be like in the middle here? Would it be like here? Maybe on the side? Because that's important. Because if I can, somehow force my hair to do something that would make it look cooler, I would do that. Do you have acuity names in your world? I don't know what that means. I gotta go, Jordan. Happy birthday, though. Thank you. I'm curious, AJ. Thank you for coming on. Appreciate you. Acuity names. I'm actually genuinely trying to figure out what that means. My twin and I tried to switch once in elementary school, but classmates gave it away on purpose. We never tried again, but growing up, we were both obsessed with being individuals. My mom raised us as two separate people when most people try to treat us as one person. I actually, when I saw Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, by the way, who remembers that show? Anyone miss the Sweet Life? That show was dope. I wanted to be a twin so badly when I saw that. So I was like, I would love to get in trouble at a hotel of all places. Are you kidding? That would be so cool. You know what I would have done? So when I was a kid, I took a Latin in 7th and 8th grade, maybe even 9th grade. No, just 7th and 8th. And I was so excited because I was like, man, if I had a twin, I could talk in code and stuff, and no one will know what I'm saying, even though literally every word in our English language is based off of Latin. But that didn't matter to me. I was like, speaking in code sounds awesome because spies. Alright, so since Ghazali's got the Tims, I think I'm gonna have to find a voice actor from the Bronx or something for him. I think that's what's gonna have to happen. Brooklyn in the house. All right, let's see. It's got a bunch of triangles. And truthfully, guys, I'll probably tighten these drawings up at some point and maybe turn them into posters or something like that. I'm just not gonna do it now because we're chilling. And it's gonna take me a long time to do all that and clean it up the way that I want to. Probably should have made all those triangles a little sharper too, but oh well. actually Crew, the fat guy with the little legs that I just told you about, in Jack 2, the way he would say it was, well. That's how he talked. It was excellent. I miss that game. I really miss that game. I actually, sometimes I'll watch Let's Plays when I'm like working on stuff. Help inspire me. That's actually kind of my secret. Like, so believe it or not, the conversation we all just had about like all our favorite childhood shows and stuff like that, that's very similar to how I did research for Shadowboxers. I went into the deep recesses of my mind and figured out what were my favorite shows and movies growing up and why did I like them. So, we were all just like, oh, I loved Backyardigans. I loved, Magic Treehouse and whatever. And so I literally sat down. I made a list of all the stuff that I love. Jack and Daxter being in the group, Avatar, obviously. Oh, wait, that's my hydration check, right? But what I did is I isolated all those things enough so that I could take those elements and repeat them myself and not be, have it not be like some form of stealing, I found the generic things that I liked. So like Avatar, for example, I was like, I love the fantasy world. And I love the fact that these kids are going and traveling the world on this mission. That's vague enough where I don't think anyone could say like, oh, you ripped from this or whatever. But it's also very specific where I can say that this is an inspiration for me. So for any of you guys writing your own story, I definitely recommend doing something like that as part of your process. Because I think the stuff that we remember as kids is the stuff that sticks with us, right? Like I imagine half of you guys were smiling when you were typing in your favorite shows. Like, who on the stream remembers X? Who remembers Z? Like that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, that's basically how I created Shadowboxers, just by doing that. And then obviously I combine things from my present and things that are important to me, and the history that I've learned about the world and stuff like that. So I think it's a lot of fun. Names for your cities and Shadowboxers. Okay, so the question was, do I have actual city names for... Oh, do I have city names in Shadowboxers? Yes, I do. I have cities. I have different locations. They all have names that sound similar to the names of the characters in a sense. Like they're not going to be like Washington D.C. They're going to be something that's based off of another language or something like that. So, like for example, the nation is called Nahara, which is an Aramaic word. So like I take stuff like that and that's how I do it. All right. Okay. So Ghazali is looking pretty good. I think I'm gonna bring in his sleeve just a little bit. Wait, did I do that right? Yeah, down here it's a little much, a little too big. But yeah, there we go. There's Ghazali. It took a lot longer than I anticipated, but we got him. I think it's a pretty cool sketch. So let's put him in a folder. And then positioner. What was this? Oh, this was also Ghazali? Okay. I don't need that anymore. Put Ghazali there. Yes to Sweet Life. Yes, of course. No, we lied. We still haven't stopped playing Switcheroo yet. We went to see my mom, my twin, and I yesterday, and she was yelling at me because I broke a glass. I got carpal tunnel. My twin took my place. Oh man! I hid in my room, my old room, and gave my twin $30 to take my place and get yelled at. That's awesome. Can Ghazali please say I'm walking here with his Timbs? I think that will have to be in there now. I think that's pretty hilarious. I love the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. Me and my twin will be so annoying to everyone They would have to put us in separate rooms to annoy ourselves. Yep, that's how my life would be. Um, let's see. Um, my mom separated me and my twin growing up. We were never in the same class, had our own friends were individuals, but we lived to prank people like Zach and Cody. This is my twin's inspiration for pranks. Yeah, that's exactly how I would do it. Let's see. Nahara means something very, very different in Swahili. What does that mean? Because I didn't tell you what it meant. I just said it's an Aramaic word. So, what does it mean in Swahili? All right. So the request now was to draw a cute little Kayla. Cute little Kayla. All right. So let me go back to my reference book over here. Let me find something for her. I'm thinking something where she's like kind of flying or something will work. Maybe something foreshortened will be kind of cool. Ooh, okay, I think I got something. Let's prop the book up. Please don't close me, please don't close me. Here, gotta use my Bob Ross bobblehead as a stopper. Come on, boss. Yes! Don't Google it though. The Aramaic word is cool, very beautiful. In Swahili, let me DM you. Oh my gosh! All right, I actually haven't even checked my phone. How many? Oh shoot! I got a lot of missed calls. I put my phone on do not disturb. I got 3 missed calls. Yeah, voicemail. I got 16 texts. Yeah. Who would have thought I would have gotten phone calls on my birthday? All right. So hold on a second. All right, Mark, I'm waiting for you to message me because I'm curious now. Dang, languages are hard. Yeah, languages are hard. But what you gonna do? I'm not making a new one. I'll tell you that. I am not J.R. Tolkien. Nope, I ain't doing that. Mm-hmm. All right, let's draw Kayla. Cute little Kayla. I think it's probably the last one for the stream. I got invited to go to Dave & Buster's a little bit later, so I'm debating if I'm gonna go to that, but if I do, it's gotta be sooner rather than later. Oh, okay, I saw why I messed up. Oh my gosh. Okay, Mark, I just saw your message. That is funny. That's not what I mean at all. Also not looking it up, I believe you, Mark. Yeah, Kathy, you should believe Mark. Well, I have to go now. Happy birthday, Jordan. God bless you for being an awesome artist. Thank you, Natalie, for coming on here. God bless you too. Our teachers made our mom dress us in different clothes. One had to wear red and the other had to wear blue. This changed as we got older. As babies, she would paint fingernails of one of us. You know, I've often wondered what I would do if I had twins. And yeah, I couldn't tell them apart, especially if they're like identical twins, you know? I think I'd probably just create like a little yarn string and just like put it on their foot or something like that. Just do something real simple. Okay, let's get it. That's it. Mark, I'm laughing at what you. That's hilarious to me. Everyone else, if you want to find out, you can look up for yourself. I'm not going to say it on the stream, but it is funny and not what I meant either. Let's see. All right. So I think this time, I don't think I'm going to give Kayla her hoverboard like I normally do. I think she's just going to be jumping like this. The thing about drawing her in particular, she's the only one with childlike proportions. She's not the only child in the show. Javen's 15, Atana is 16. Technically that's not really children per se, but legally speaking, to my 18 and all that. But Kayla, she's 12 and she's still got the body of a little girl. So her proportions, instead of being 8 heads tall, I think I drew her at like 7. And I also got to like really thin her up. Because the reference I'm looking at is actually a male's pose. So yeah, this is where the artistic license comes in. She doesn't really have really thick legs or anything. Yeah. Amanda says, now I want to know if you I mean, like I said, you can look it up. Minette, that's just a myth that Nazi thought you were true and experimented twins to find out. Wait, what? Okay. Here's a funny fact. Twins hit every generation on my mom's side, but every 2 wait, I lost my place. But every 2 on my dad's, my parents said God punished them. LOL. Mean next time, don't be mean to our aunts or our brother, mom, and dad. Oh, that's hilarious. All right, let's see. Let's get that here. All right. So now we got that sketch in. Let's have Kayla's hair flowing in the wind because she's free. Lots of hair. I don't know what I would do if I had this much hair as a little kid. I don't know. I think that's one of the benefits of being 1, a boy, and 2, having a dad who was a barber. My parents would never let my hair get this long. My dad would be. But there are times where my dad would pick me up and he would just put me in his chair and just cut my hair. I didn't ask for anything. He would just do it just naturally. All right, let's get a little closer to the proportions. I freaking hate this brush. Okay, I need to change this to something else. Let's do marker pen just in case. Yeah, that's already better. In case I do switch up by accident. You know who I'm gonna reference real quick? And this is our, just so you know, this is going to involve a swig of water. By the way, the reason I say that, because I think there might be a couple people who I haven't seen before on the stream. We have a little drinking game here. Anytime I mention Avatar, Last Airbender, or Spider-Man, I have to drink water. The reason I drink water, 1, because I do not drink alcohol. 2, if we actually drink alcohol for every time I said either of those 2 properties, we would all be dead by the end of the night. So that is what that's about. But the reason I bring it up is because I am going to get some reference from Aang, my boy Aang, who was always so smiley. This is really cute. Look at that. That's really cute. Okay. I think this is the reference I was looking for. How could you dislike this kid? Look at that face. Look at that cheerful face. All right, moving on to my other screen. I don't think this is the same angle, but I could definitely take some cues. Big eyes, arched brows here, and the rounded face. Something like that. Make the head a little bit smaller. Yeah. Okay, let's watch that a little bit. So I don't have to redraw the entire body. But I will have to do some serious adjustments. Because she's 12. Her body is not developed as an adult woman or even a teenager's body, right? So I gotta pay attention to that. You have to get in that mindset of like, okay, things are going to be different with this character because that's not what this requires. Same thing with like muscle definition, right? Like, I could get away with drawing the shoulder like this, but I can't have any serious muscle definition on her because, again, she is a child. There are some buff children, but Not Kayla. She's not like that. Actually, be kind of a terrifying thought. My twin is a dude. We had the same haircut though, so people mistook him for me. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry about that. I'm surprised how many twins we have here. I do actually drink along with Jordan. I am so hydrated at the end of the stream. Thank you for playing along, Megan. It's good for me too, because sometimes when you're working at your desk, you just forget to do things. Like I forget to eat sometimes, and it's super important to get that hydration. You know what I mean? As a joke, you should draw a buff Kayla. LOL. That would look like the Ember Island players Toph, wouldn't it? Technically, I just drank some water just a second ago, so I think that one. I'll use it for that. I'm using that credit for that one, just because I'm in the zone right now. We're trying to get there. That would be funny. Okay, so now the legs are gonna be doing this. Feet. Shouldn't have big feet either. Okay. Might be a little too thin. Let's get this leg right. Head's a little large. I guess you can get away with having a big head on a kid. And this arm is also out of control. That needs to be scaled down. Remember what I said, guys, art is about trial and error most of the time. Okay. That foot is way bigger than the other. That opens up the hair. Okay, let's make this a little bigger. I can rotate later. That's not a big deal. I can't find anything about Nahar, so I put it in Google Translate. It said it meant lunch. Guessing not it. It can mean what you want to me at this point. I think when the project comes out, it'll make much more sense. That's hilarious. I don't have my water today, but I'll get it after the stream. So yeah, you're probably gonna need like 2 gallons or something. Amanda Sam, I can only find translation from Hebrew and Aramaic. Wait, I missed it. What is the drink trigger? If I mention Spider-Man or Avatar, that's when we all get hydrated. Okay. All right. Let me stay focused. Because I know some of you guys are up late, and it's like at least the East Coast time. It's almost 11 o'clock. So yeah, let me finish this up. Okay, I can delete that layer. All right, let's give her some clothing. Good thing about Kayla's clothes, they're actually pretty easy to draw. She got this little cropped jacket with form-fitting sleeves. Shoulders are exposed here. Bam. A little bit of shoulder. Well, actually, if that shoulder's doing that, I guess I can get away with doing this. Okay, and then she's got the puffy shorts. Is another reason where the figure drawing comes in handy, because most of everything on her, with the exception of her shorts and the jacket that she wears, is basically form-fitting. Like, she's wearing leggings. Her jacket is pretty much like tight on her, you know, and yeah, it's pretty simple. And she's got this collar here, glowing collar. One thing, this is probably an awkward character to bring this up on, but one thing that I also really tried to do, especially with my female characters, was display modesty. I understand, and this is my personal thing, I understand why some shows might have a character that's a little bit more revealing. And of course, this is a kid show, so it really matters here. But, you know, I think it's actually a lot of fun to find really fun, creative ways to, you know, show that, especially my female characters. I don't need everyone to just be making weird fan fictions, you know what I mean? That's why I have like Atana covered up the way that she is, and even with Aletha. So yeah, that was something I was heavily thinking about during the design process as well. And I will continue to think about that. You know, I don't think it's necessary to deviate from that personally, nor do I really want to. Okay, feet probably about that size, I would say. Check the SB Discord, Jordan. Oh, okay. All right. I'm opening up Discord right now. I'm so excited. Yeah, he's like, Megan! Let's see. I guess that's why she thought, oh wait. My twin has super long hair and got tired of having super long hair, so I shaved it mostly because I hate brushing it. She said she apologizes. She threw out was my dad. She said no more hoodies and turn a light on sitting in dark like a creeper like my dad. I guess that's why she thought I was him. Oh well, I same height, similar build, and chilling in the dark like a villain like my dad in a hoodie. Yep, I can see why. Oh, that's hilarious. That's really, really funny. Wait, check okay. By that laugh, I'm guessing not very innocent. Wait, I'm so confused. Oh, you must be talking about the definition of the word. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Let me turn this like that so I can check my Discord. Oh, snap. Okay. Wait a second. This is Megan's artwork. Wait for it. Bam! We got Kayla. I love it. Thank you, Megan. This is so cool. This is definitely, so I want to produce an art book one day, and I want to have a fan art page. This is definitely going in there. This is so cool. I actually like her hairline like that. It might have to be an updated design, like something like that. Which channel is SB? It's a private Discord between me, Kathy, and Megan, since we're building this project. So you guys sadly are not invited, but yeah. So that's so sick. That's awesome. Thank you so much. And then Megan says happy birthday. Time skip hairdo. It might have to be. I actually really like that look. Or even just the character design change. Like, there are some shows that don't have a crazy time jump, but they just change up how the characters look a little bit. Like even like the Boondocks, you know, like every episode of the Boondocks, they have the characters at the same age, um, but but they look different between all 4 seasons, or 3 seasons, and that extra one that they, you know, were required to make without Aaron McGreer, which I'm still salty about. It was so ridiculous in my opinion. Okay, Kale's got these stripes. All right. Thick stripe, thin, and thick again. Yeah, I have to turn these into stickers. Then we got our lanyard. Doing that. And then the hands probably come up here. Kayla's actually a lot of fun to draw. She's a fun character to write too. She's got a lot of cute moments in the script. All right, now let's get into her face. Draw her in the face. Where's she looking? Maybe down, I guess. Let's not make her cross-eyed, Jordan. Let's do it better than that. So this is where the Aang drawing kind of comes into play here. Oh yeah. Oh. Brazen Spirituality says, "How rude." I assume that's reference to character from Full House. Was that Michelle? Was that the character's name? Mary-Kate and Ashley. I purposely put it in a chat where y'all wouldn't see nothing. Yes, thank you for that, Megan. I appreciate it. Yeah, because there's some story stuff we share, you know. Yeah, he's like, hee hee. I commend you for the modesty with your characters. Even Katara in season 3, too much for a 14-year-old. Yeah, the cropped top that she had on, I could see how some people may not care for that. Looks great, Megan. Add an A in front of the word and it becomes about something else, but remove the A and it becomes about you. Is this a riddle? I don't get it. I know I think that's for Amanda, but okay. Thank you, fam. If you like it, you may like the Insta. Yes, go check out Megan's Instagram. She needs more followers, just like I need more likes on this video. So if you haven't liked the video, please like it. All right. Let's give Kale a little bit. She's still got some baby fat on her, so I always want to kind of round out the cheeks a little bit more. Give her. Not quite. Let's make that a little lighter. Smile's getting there though. Yeah, there she goes. She's so happy. Out alone, yeah, you feel like a room without a roof. Okay. And then she's got 3 braids. Okay, and then she's got her hairline right here. And a lot of it, might I add. A lot of hair. A lot of hair. Matter of fact, she probably has something closer to this. I like this chat ages ago. Thank you. I also need more followers, Jordan. Hey, put your Instagram, bro. Put your Instagram in there. Did you get followed you back? I believe. Mark of Art. Maybe make some SB fan art to show off your stuff. Yes, dude. I haven't seen any of your work, Mark. So that's a good point. I would love to see you post it. And if you do, definitely make sure you either tag the Shadowboxers Instagram or use the hashtag Shadowboxers series. That I shall one day when the nerves don't render me paralyzed. What are you nervous about? I think I'm a pretty nice guy. I'm not gonna attack you. That'd be really cool if I did that. Like, this fan art isn't good enough. Like, who does stuff like that? Okay, this might be a little too round, so let's see. All right. Not too bad. Shrink that. I mean, these drawings aren't gonna be perfect, guys. Like, keep that in mind. These are quick sketches. In fact, it's actually kind of hard to draw and talk at the same time, you know? And I'm thinking about a lot of stuff. I'm thinking about pose. I'm thinking about, you know, if it's on model. I'm thinking about, you know, proportion, all that kind of stuff, clothing. So, yeah, it's challenging, but best believe I that when it comes to doing like final artwork for Shadowbox, I put everything I can into it, all my focus, all my vision. I still don't like that hair. That's the back. Kind of got that Jimmy Neutron hair going on, which was another show I loved as a kid. I know some people didn't like it very much, but I loved it. Hoverboard's gonna be behind here. Okay. Oh, snap. Look who's in the house. Happy birthday, Jordan. Thank you, Claire. I appreciate you for coming on. Thank you so much. Bernice. Oh, what's up, Bernice? You came in. I love it. Thank you so much. Panda's in the chat. I repeat, Panda's in the chat. This is not a drill. I'll sketch something today. I need to do a sketchbook session anyway. There you go. My expression clearly says lost as usual. Let's see. Bernice says Jimmy Neutron was great. You are correct, Bernice. You are 100% correct. Jimmy Neutron was awesome. I wanted my own Goddard so badly. I thought Goddard was the coolest thing ever. He's just a robotic dog that can self-destruct and reassemble himself. Tell me that's not really cool. And you can fly on him. And they, for some reason, don't need oxygen masks or tanks when they're flying up in the atmosphere, which they do all the time. They actually made a fourth wall joke about that in one episode. It was hilarious. Because I think Sheen was asking, like, hey, Jimmy, why don't we ever need helmets in space? And he's like, oh, that's a great question, Sheen. And then they cut to Carl, and he's like singing about like spoons or something like that. It's hilarious. Okay, let's move Kayla's nose just a little bit. And smooth the eyebrows. Then let's go to her shoes. Alright, we'll do a quick line sketch over this, and then I'm gonna bounce. The streams usually only last about 2.5 hours anyway. But since we're so close, let's see how well I can do this. I'm just really focused on this face right now. People get attached to the face, you know. If you screw that up, then the whole thing is going to fall apart. So, I guess it's not. Well, like I said, it's not going to be perfect. That was never the intention, anyway. Do one last song change. Tom says that Jimmy Neutron's scene has never made him angry because just no explanation. Yeah, it's a frustrating scenario because I remember being like, what the heck, man? Like, I want to genuinely know like what your reasoning is for this, but they just never gave it. The fact that he knows exactly what scene I'm talking about is hilarious too. So I don't remember anything else about the episode except for that one conversation. Clearly it stuck with me as a child. This is her backpack right here. Her shirt. You know what's interesting about drawing digitally is I think I'm faster traditionally. Like, there's a video I put on my TikTok and on this channel on YouTube. It's me drawing Aang. Oh shoot. Okay, sorry. Hold on. And that drawing of him only took me about 20 minutes to do. And that's from like sketch phase to, you know, line art and all that stuff. When you're drawing digitally, it just changes things. So if you're trying to figure out whether you should start learning how to draw digitally or traditionally, I would say digital should be saved for later on. If you don't know how to draw at all, start doing traditional. It'll actually help inform the way you draw digitally. And I think it's a really important thing that a lot of artists tend to miss, unfortunately. Jordan, check your mail, please. Okay. Can I do it after the stream? But I will check it. I promise I will. We'll never know. Mystery forever. People get attached to the face. You screw that up, the whole thing falls apart. Also merch. I'm gonna screenshot this because hold on. You give me some good ideas. Look at that cute grin. Talking about your profile picture, because your profile picture's got a cute grin too. Oh, thank you. Don't do it. It's a trap. Yeah, I can totally draw fast traditionally. Oh, Kathy says please because it's SB related. Oh shoot. Okay. All right, guys. In that case, I will have to pause. So give me a minute. I'll be right back because apparently this is important. Forgive me. I'll mute myself. Okay. Okay, he has overhydrated. Haha. No, I just went to grab the mail because our dear friend Kathy over here has a gift. So let's see. Let's see what it is. Kathy in here disrupting the vibe, but I think it seems like a worthy cause. So let me see. Oh, you taped this all up, huh? What's the best way to open this? Goodness gracious, girl. Okay, hold on. I got scissors. Hold up. I don't want to tear this up because it could be fragile. All right, so here, let me do this. You can all discover it with me. I don't know what's in here at all. All right, one of the few dates I remember. Happy birthday, Jordan, says Kathy. Oh, snap. Whoa. Wait. Oh, the stupid ring light. It's Atana. Oh my gosh. This is incredible. I love this so much. Wow, thank you, Kathy. I got a couple. So who knows? I'm gonna have to figure out who to give these to. This is gonna be interesting because this is so awesome. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Here, let's get another shot of this right here. That is Atana. That's my girl. Slightly based off of Zendaya. Oh, this is so fresh. Is there anything else I'm missing? I don't want to miss anything. Let's see. No, that's it. Oh, this is so awesome. I'm excited. Hope it was worth it. It's a clear sticker. Yeah, I think they were worth it. Look at this. OMG. I wonder who it's from. Well, I thought that was pretty clear. It's Kathy. So cute. Those are amazing. Yeah, I think these deserve 2 thumbs up. Oh, this is so fresh. That's so fresh. The colors. I'm gonna have to post this on Instagram or something because I don't think the camera here is doing this justice because it's so bright and the colors are really like that's the only way you can really see the colors properly. But freshness. Okay, so okay, Kathy, I'll talk to you about that later on about how awesome that is. But thank you so much. Where's Kayla? Where'd she go? So yeah, that merch shop is gonna have to happen sooner rather than later. Just in this stream alone, we got 3 things now. We got the stickers and 2 mugs apparently. One about eyebrows and the other about whatever I just took a screenshot of. That's too buff. I think I just heard my dog howl. He does that when he's in his crate sometimes. And no, I'm not the one who put him in there. Amanda says that's awesome, Kathy. Eyes pink heart shape. That's kind of funny. Was that actually going to show up as because reading is actually hilarious? I'll send you the PNG. Yes, please do. Super amazing birthday present. Yay. Okay, I can go in peace now. See y'all Sunday. All right, bye, Kathy. Thanks for popping in. One about whatever I took a screenshot of. Ha ha ha. Well, yeah. Well, sorry. I have it here. I have it. Whatever I just took a screenshot of. Kathy just told Jordan to check his email, and Jordan showed us a sticker. And we email physical stuff now. Am I behind in tech? Is this the future? That would be pretty awesome. All right, let's see. All right, almost done, guys. Give me like 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. It's gonna be really rough. That out. Give her a little the knee right there. Take a knee, Kayla. Take a knee. That doesn't look right. Let's do this instead. Okay. That would have been disastrous. Delete all that. Let's get the feet. Okay, not the best drawing of a shoe I've ever done in my life, but it's just timing. It's just time. I'm trying to rush it a little bit. So I'm still deciding if I want to go to Dave & Buster's. Although realistically, I might not make it because it's so cutting it so close. Alright. Take some stripes, Kayla. Take some stripes. Bernice, that emoji is cute AF. OMG, I thought the emoji would work. LMAO. I'm on mobile and YouTube has some special mobile ones. Oh, okay. I don't know about you, but I see the emoji on my iPhone. Yeah, this is what it looks like right now. Eyes pink heart shape. I guess I gotta watch it on my phone or something like that. But I can't do that now because I'm drawing. I'm the main host of the stream, so I have to wait and be patient. All right, almost done. Just gotta draw this arm and her hair. All right, we'll just pretend that I drew those hands properly, okay? Yeah, we'll just pretend. If you don't believe I know how to draw hands, just look at these. I can draw hands. All right, I think that just about does it for Kayla. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna clean up some of these drawings. I think that would make for cool posters and stuff like that. But so what we do over the stream, we did Kayla. We did Kayla here. We did Ghazali, and then we did Ishnu over here. So yeah, we had a pretty good, productive birthday stream, guys. I appreciate all of you for coming on. Let me see. What part of the world are you in, Jordan? I am in LA. Perfect hands. Yes, they are perfect hands. We can pretend. You go celebrate. Go to Dave & Buster's. It's your birthday. You deserve it. It's really cute. Yeah, go celebrate. All right. I'll take your word for it. We can draw hands too. They may not look like hands, but they are. That's right. That is right. Well, everyone, thank you again so much for coming on the stream. And thank you for all the birthday wishes, Kathy. Thank you for the awesome stickers, and Megan for the awesome fan art. I'm so excited to have you guys here watching this little project grow into something that's going to hopefully affect some people. So, all right, guys, I will see you all on Sunday evening, same time, same bat time, same bat channel, right? And you all take care. Peace.